seats are too small for many people, regardless of their size or weight.
Our bodies are changing, so planes should too.
Do not play with me. Do not play with me, because I'm not the one nor the two.
Hey guys, it's Angela, and in this video, we're going to be delving into the dark world of fat people versus airplanes. Please make sure that you guys are subscribed. Finally, we have some airplane talk that doesn't involve a plane crash, okay? Everybody is talking about how airlines might begin to charge people extra if they are overweight. You know, at least Colorado is doing good in one aspect because in 2021, 72% of adults 25 years or older were overweight. Those are some seriously alarming numbers. And the fact is that airplane seats are decreasing in sizes because the airlines are trying to stuff as many people on there and trying to increase their profits. So some very unbiased people like Jalen Cheney are fighting against these airlines policies, saying that they should adopt Canada's one person, one fare policy, even though they take up the space of two people. And I mean, some airlines are accommodating of this. I know that Spirit Airlines has the big front seat, but there is an upcharge for that. To me, it seems like everybody has to pay for extra space. So why should people who are overweight get special privilege?
Two airplane seats don't fix my problem. Airplanes are too small for big people. It's 2024. Bodies are changing, so planes should too. I won't lose my to fit on a
Bodies are changing. I mean, what kind of hormones are in your milk?
plane. So give me another solution or just make the seats bigger.
My body,
You know, it's always such an interesting experience when you're going on an airplane, especially when the flight is going to be like 8 hours long and you're walking up to your seat just wondering who is going to be your new neighbor. Imagine this.
isn't the problem. The system is. When you're forced to buy two seats or squeeze into a space that wasn't designed for your body, it's not just inconvenient, it's dehumanizing. This isn't a luxury, it's a basic human right to travel with dignity.
This plus-sized woman believes it's a basic human right to travel with dignity, and she's standing up for change. With every journey, Jalen challenges the uncomfortable realities that many larger travelers face, from cramped seats to insensitive policies, and she demands a change.
You deserve to be comfortable flying, and you deserve to live your best life just like everybody else.
I agree. I agree that you deserve to be comfortable, you deserve to have dignity, and only you can grant that unto yourself.
Airline seats are too small for many people, regardless of their size or weight.
Jalen has launched a
For many
GoFundMe
people
to
like
advocate
me.
for fat equality and offers helpful tips on how
Equality.
plus-size travelers can travel safely and comfortably.
You deserve to be comfortable, you deserve to get there and not affect your health in some crazy way. If anyone is being asshole to you and staring at you or making you feel uncomfortable, realize that that's more a reflection of who they are and not you.
I don't know about that. Maybe consider it. Maybe consider it if everybody's looking at you like, whoa, I don't know if we're gonna get off the ground. Maybe consider it.
Two airplane seats don't fix my
That is just... Oh my God. Look at her butt.
problem. Airplanes are too small for big people. It's 2024. Bodies are changing, so
Bodies are changing. Bodies are changing.
planes should too. I won't lose my
I mean, look at that. Look at that. Wow.
to fit on a plane. So give me another solution or just make
Yeah, I clicked on her TikTok, by the way. Don't do that. And it's just a bunch of videos of her walking places, like her going hiking and stuff. And I saw her hiking and I was like, wow, she's really fit. Airlines make their product smaller every year, then they blame us for not fitting. Us collectively, all people, all Americans are my size. All people's tummies touch the seat in front of them. It's like most people get angry when a kid is kicking on their seat, but these people get angry because her belly is pushing their seat. That's crazy. This is Norbit times 100. If your car got smaller every year, wouldn't you be pissed? What? If your car began to shrink in size every year, would you be angry about that? That's a really weird rhetorical question to imagine. The fact that things aren't getting smaller, but she's actually getting bigger is just so funny to me. I mean, because I was like, well, imagine if you tried to apply this to everything in life. Like if tomorrow I came here and this chair right here was smaller, but actually they're not getting smaller. She's growing. She's growing. The fact that when people see her 3 years later say, wow, you've gotten so big since I last saw you.
To make their product smaller every year. Then they blame us for not fitting. If your car got
I mean,
small,
look at, I don't even know if this is one of those mini sodas or if this is a normal size soda, but it just looks small next to her. I mean, eventually they're going to have to make the whole airplane, because you know how airplanes are circles, they're small. They're going to have to expand the size of airplanes. No!
every year, wouldn't you be pissed? Seats are getting smaller, seatbelts are getting shorter, and they pack us in tighter so they
If a pregnant woman can fit in a seat fine and the seatbelt goes over their belly fine, then you don't really have any excuses.
can make more money. But when we can't squeeze into their tiny seats, it's somehow our fault. I'm done letting airlines make us the problem when it's them causing it.
It's like United Airlines, they always are in my kitchen forcing hamburgers down my throat. They're trying to make this my fault.
The average woman in the US is a size 16/18, according to the CDC. But let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind. Airplane seats, the ones we're all crammed into, they're realistically designed to fit someone who's a size 6 to 8 comfortably. That's based on seat widths of 17 to 18 inches and clothing size charts. So let me ask you this. If the seats aren't built for plus-size people, and they aren't built for the average person, who are they even working for? And here's what's wild. Most of you know these. Seats are too small. You've thought it yourself. And when a thin person says it, you nod
if
along.
you're flying economy, you know that your seat's gonna be small. You know that you're flying in like an airplane bus. Like it's going to be RTD level packed. That's what you expect. And a lot of parents travel with infants, children on their seats, like 2 people per seat. And yet she's complaining about the fact that her body takes up 2 seats.
Like, yeah, they're awful. The second a fat person says it though, suddenly it's entitlement. And let's be real, that's not about the seats. That's about you.
It's about me.
The truth is, you hate the idea of a fat person speaking up for themselves. It makes you uncomfortable because it forces you to confront your own biases.
Look at you confronting your biases. Wow.
Instead of holding airlines accountable for designing seats
come on.
that maximize profit at the expense
Those
of
big, horrible companies who are always out for profits. Because if they weren't out for profits, they wouldn't even be in business, then we wouldn't even have airlines. And this is what we want.
passenger comfort and dignity, you'd rather attack the person pointing out the problem. And let's call this what it is. It's not entitlement. It's demanding basic respect and dignity for all people, no matter their size.
I want this kind of treatment for when I have an oversized luggage. I'm gonna be like, luggages come in all shapes and sizes. Have a little bit of acceptance.
You're familiar with my experience at SeaTac where they refused to push me in a wheelchair. You saw that video, and they refused to push me because I was too fat. And they had absolutely no consideration for my physical health, my well-being, my needs.
Like walking, I think that is a consideration for your health. If they made you walk, that could be really good for you. It would be difficult, but nothing in life that is good is easy, right?
None of the above. Well, I thought maybe I was the only person that happened to experience that, and it was just something that was really uncommon. And then I talked to someone incredible in our community, and they're a much smaller fat person than I am, and they experienced the same damn thing. Then I talked to someone else who has also experienced something very similar. And you know what? Enough is enough.
I mean, yes, it would be difficult for you to walk, just like it'd be difficult for someone to push you around. Those airports are big. I mean, they have the longest hallways, and those little sonic treadmill pushers are not that common. I mean, they're just in a few places throughout the airport. Sometimes those things are uphill. I mean, I've gone with duffel bags. It's really difficult to go from Concord A to like baggage claim, which is on the other side of the city. It's not easy. And for you to expect people to push you around is just wild. I mean, the truth is that often in our lives, people who move around a lot are pretty fit. Like they look good, they're in shape because they're always doing something, they're running, they're doing exercise. And so they get to move around a lot. Like being able to move and use your body, like it's a privilege that we have our bodies and it is our responsibility to take care of them. And there's a reason why people who move around a lot are in shape. And so to try to move around a lot and then expect people to treat you like you're in shape, it's not realistic. The whole thing just really makes me begin to think that if airlines do begin to charge people for being excessively overweight, then there is no way that rapper Dank Demos is going to win that lawsuit. I mean, that would just mean, that'd be a true win because it would mean that we're not going to accept delusion anymore. And yes, maybe airplane seats are too small for your average person. And airlines are not always perfect. And I think Spirit Airlines is quite an example of that.
God, the dirty bitch, don't play with me. Do not play with me. Do not play with me because I'm not the one nor the two. You're not the one or the two. Let's go. You ain't got shit.
I'm glad that she didn't go through the little door and then get put underneath the plane. That would have been so scary.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Name my ticket.
Speaking on me for nothing. Like I said.
I mean, the truth is that we need to be so kind to the people who are checking us in or for the flight attendants because they really do deal with the most insane people. Like those really overweight, crazy people who just don't accept it. They want an extra seat, all this kind of stuff. I mean, they go through so much. People who work for airlines go through so much. So the next time you go to check into your flight or you board an airplane, say hi, be extra kind to them, extra understanding because they have to deal with all kinds of people. And the least we could do is try to make their day a little bit better because nowadays they're being expected to accommodate for everything. And it's just not realistic. In my opinion, we have become a society that prioritizes never hurting anybody's feelings. And we go above and beyond to accommodate for everyone and everything. Like having a bunch of women pilots, whether she was responsible for it or not. It's crazy that Delta Airlines prioritized having women pilots in unmanned flights just so that they could try to seem accepting and caring for everybody. It is insanity. If a person can fly a plane, great, and they have experience and they're best fit for the job, then they should fly the plane. If a person takes up the space for 2 seats, then they should pay for 2 seats. Ultimately, I cannot imagine how difficult it is to land a plane when the plane is calling you a retard. I got the opportunity to practice on a flight simulator and I just thought that it was funny that the plane says retard when the plane lands because that means you're supposed to, I don't know, like pull it back and so the plane can slow down and stuff. And I mean, it has to be difficult under the pressure of an actual machine calling you a retard. That's all I'm saying.
Why do some airplanes yell retard to the pilots while landing? Let me explain. If you've ever seen a cockpit landing video of an Airbus, you've probably noticed how the word retard is announced just before landing.
Going to be retard.
While some people might think it's the
What? Yes, it says retard the whole way down. And I don't think that that is very accepting. And I think that we need to change that. I'm just kidding. But that is the insanity in the thinking of many people who are... I'm just kidding, but that is the insanity of many people these days. I am so grateful that I have such level-headed, competent people following me. So please make sure that you are one of them. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!